YouTube fam, it's your girl Leah back again with another video. In today's video, as you can see from the title, it is another vlog, another travel vlog, this time an Aruba vlog. Now, a couple of days ago, maybe 3 or 4 as I'm recording this, was my birthday, and originally I had this planned as my birthday trip. And it still kind of is, but I had an incredible birthday these last couple of days that I was like, this just feels like a great trip in general. So my birthday a few days ago was on Thanksgiving as I'm recording this. Then the next day I went to Kitchen and Cocktails in Charlotte. Then I went to a fragrance making workshop on Saturday, and then I had a group celebration with cake and all that great stuff on Saturday evening. If you follow me on Instagram or TikTok, you already saw those reels and videos and short form content. And I was like, this was so much fun. This was it. This could have been the end of my birthday, and I would have had it beautifully done. You know, spending time with family, eating the great Thanksgiving food, then friends, then all of that, and then probably just take a couple of days of rest. But then we have Aruba on top of this. And I'm still so excited about Aruba. Like, I am thrilled about Aruba, but I'm like, this just be the longest birthday of my life, and it should be. There's no limit on how long you can celebrate your birthday. Just at least let it be still in the season. So I'm a Sag. It's still Sagittarius season. Might be a different month. We might be in December now, but it is still Sagittarius season. I'm going to celebrate. Aruba is calling my name. It is 5 a.m. So it's calling it very loudly, and I'm up very early to enjoy this trip. It is about a 5-hour, I believe, flight from Charlotte direct to Aruba. With that little time change jumped in, though, it's going to like add an extra 6 hour. I'm going to sleep this whole plane ride, I'm sure. I think I feel slumber calling my name, but without further ado, let's go hop on this 7 a.m. flight so that we can get to sunny, much warmer weather in Aruba. See you guys.
You must hustle if you want to. If no finish, they won't fight us. If them they run, them no fit catch up. I know they form say I too like us. No con they form say you too like us. Me no get the time for the hate and the bad energy. Got my mind on my
to see you again. Good to finally be in the room. It's been a long day. Again, got up at 4 and it's now 4:25 local time. And I just checked into my room. It took a while to get ready. They upgraded me into this beautiful room. Now I am staying at the Renaissance Wind Creek. This is adults only. They do have another property off to the side that is family and children oriented. This is not directly on the beach, but as you can see the ocean from my room view, and you can also see the pool too. The flight itself, easy breezy, slept most of the way, had the entire row to myself. The flight, I'd say, was probably 50% full, so it wasn't even a full flight. I got to really stretch out, lay out. It was a very cool flight. And then getting here was very easy breezy too. I spent all of probably 8 minutes in that airport from getting off the plane, going down, stamped my passport, walked out the door, and then got to a taxi, got here. That process was quick. Got here so quick that my room was not ready, like I said. So I did a little shopping, a little perusing, ate at this restaurant. I have only been here a few hours, but I have to say, Aruba is showing me nothing but love. I love this. It's hot, it's warm, super warm. The guy was like, when I landed and he had to take my luggage because of course I couldn't check in. He was like, you might want to change. You might want to change. It's a little warm outside because I had my Charlotte clothes on because when I left Charlotte it was 30. I came here, it is 89. 30, 89, 30, 89. My clothes were matching. My clothes wasn't even really appropriate for the 30, but in my mind, I was like, I'm going to drive to the airport, get on that plane, and then I'll be in cooler weather. So don't even worry about it. I was a little chilly, but I was like, it's only temporary. With my little Spanx Air Essentials, thank y'all for putting me on. I just want to relax for a minute, just wind down, and then probably go to the pool a little bit later. This property does have access to Renaissance Island that does have the flamingos and all of that good stuff. So I'll probably spend tomorrow doing that. And then I do have a walking tour because who am I not to have a walking tour on any of my trips? I do have that on Wednesday. I thought I'd spend some time on Renaissance Island tomorrow. This is really a relaxing trip for me. This weekend was a lot. This weekend was a lot. I feel like I need to come down off of the weekend, but also this year has been a lot. Everything's just been a lot. Can I just have a moment to breathe? But Aruba so far, I'm kind of confused on why I haven't come sooner. But yeah, before I got in here, they had a mango. I love mango. I love Zara. The Zara was killing it. I do not have the suitcase space, so I did have to exhibit restraint and remind myself I did shop on Black Friday, which was a couple of days ago. So like reminding myself I already have what I need. Do not get in a lot of stuff. You have literally no room in that carry-on to carry anything back. And I'm reminding myself that I bought everything. Today was the only shopping day. No more shopping for you, girl. Even though this property is attached to the mall with the Gucci store, the Louis Vuitton store, Tiffany's, Bulgari, Carolina Herrera, everything is in this property. And as I'm looking here, the drinks are looking drinky. So I'm like, so do I want to? A lot could go. A lot is going to happen. Probably a lot's going to happen. Maybe half you see, half you don't see. Again, my vlogs are very much so me being in the moment and experiencing the moment, but then bringing you guys along as well to see certain moments too. I want y'all in on it as well. But without further ado, let me again decompress, maybe change out of these clothes, and then talk to you guys later.
All right, I think we're kind of done with this one. I think we're kind of done with this one.
Everybody okay with cheese? Yeah. All right. I can having them out, and then meanwhile I'm trying to like I said, the short you always pick out a shortening of flour, some sugar, some salt. We roll it out in the bowl and make it flat, and then we fill it up with cheese or
just admit it. See, I gave you faith, turned you down in the whole bit. Can't deny it. Now I'm all alone and my joys turn a moment. Tell me, where are you now that I need you? keep you warm. I showed you the game everybody else was playing. That's for sure. That's for sure. And I was on my knees when nobody else was praying. Oh.
So now, in conclusion of the vlog, let me give you my thoughts on Aruba. Aruba owes me nothing. I had a time. I didn't speak that much during this vlog at all. I forgot to do my updates because I was in the moment. Like this, from Friday, Saturday, Sunday, my pre-birthday to my birthday trip. Again, we're not calling this a birthday trip because as you're watching this, y'all will be wishing me happy birthday, and we probably in Capricorn season. We not even in Sag season anymore. That's all probably as this video is going live. But this Aruba trip was great. I'm so surprised Aruba was not higher on my travel list. Like, I'm going to do a solo travel destinations or just a travel destinations video separate of this. I just had an idea of it when I was in Aruba because I need people to talk about it. I need people talking about Aruba. Even though people are probably talking about Aruba, I just need more. I need more. The culture there is so rich. And what I loved about Curacao and now what I'm loving about Aruba is culture matters to me. Like the places where I'm going, I know it's about the visit. I know it's about the trip. I know it's about relaxation. But I'm somebody, I could relax anywhere. Relaxing at a place like Aruba, where when I say the culture, I mean you have the Papiamento language, the Dutch, the English, the Spanish. The fact that they can flip at a dime to speak. As someone who has a 1,500 day streak on Duolingo just trying to learn Spanish and French, and I'm struggling because I don't speak it as much. The way they can go from Dutch, my tour guide, so I went on a walking tour, the way she went from reading things in 4 different languages at a flip of a dime. Like Papiamento is more, I think, the last place I was at, I feel like I heard more Spanish, like bombini and all of the things. I feel like they were saying more Papiamento things than in Curacao. To Curacao, I think I heard more Dutch because I heard more Dutch people around. Here, I think there was a good mix of not just Dutch. I don't know. It's just something about cultures that can do things like that and can just be so embracing that I just love. Things you need to know. The dollar is widely accepted pretty much everywhere. You do not need to switch currencies at any point through this. They do have ATMs, but everything I was quoted was usually in US dollars. As I learned on my walking tour, the Aruban dollar or florin or whatever the name of it, the Aruba currency follows the trends of the US currency. So it is very much so linked to the US. So when we go up, our dollar changes, their dollar like their amounts change. So they flow with us, which was really good, but don't have to worry about the outlets or, the changing of currency there. Everything worked perfectly fine. I was taxi heavy. You guys know I don't rent cars. I don't rent cars. People tell me all the time, just rent a car. I'm not renting a car. Like, you telling me to rent a car is never going to change my opinion on renting cars. So I did take taxis, but only like 4, like 2 and from the airport and 2 and from Gianni's. That's the only time I took a taxi. So airport and Gianni's. Everything else was very walkable, especially where I stayed. Again, I stayed at the Renaissance Wind Creek, and then they do have Renaissance Island, which is an island for residents, but you can rent a day pass if you are not staying at that hotel. I believe the day pass is though over $100. So I'm happy I was staying there because that beach was beautiful. I didn't go to any other beaches other than Renaissance. I'm paying for staying at Renaissance. I'm going to be a part of the situation and staying and using every amenity I can. So I did go to that beach 2 days. That boat that takes you goes and runs every probably 10-15 minutes back and forth from the island. The island is open from 7 to 7 a.m. and the flamingos are just walking. They are not like Cajun. They're living. They're living their life on that island, and people are feeding them, taking pictures. It was just a beautiful island. They do have a kind of a snack. It's not a, amazing restaurant that they have on the site. It's just the regular pizza, tacos, chips, dips type of a restaurant on the beach. But I think every Wednesday night they do host a dinner there. They were setting up for the dinner when I was there Wednesday. But look, Renaissance Island, definitely worth it if you're staying at Renaissance. Probably worth it if you want a day pass, but I think the beaches, all the other beaches in Aruba are free beaches. So even if they're connected to a property, what I hear is you can go to any beach outside of Renaissance just as a regular person. So you don't have to feel like, oh, I'm not connected to this hotel. The hotel was not all inclusive. That is not a deal breaker for me. A lot of people are like, you didn't stay at an all inclusive. All inclusives are perfect if I don't plan on ever leaving the property, like Jamaica. I stayed in that resort. I think DR, I might have left one day, but like most of my time was spent on the resort. Tulum, most of my time was spent on the resort. All of those, Tulum, DR, Jamaica, all of those were all inclusive. Aruba, my intent was never to just stay on the property. And I think it depends on also the safety of the country and the amount of all inclusives they have. Like, I've noticed the more that it's encouraged for you to stay on property, the more all inclusives. Like, every hotel is all inclusive. Whereas here in Aruba, I'm back in Charlotte. There in Aruba, there are all inclusives for sure. Don't get me wrong, but there's not every hotel is all inclusive. Like, it's not that many. But again, I wanted to eat at different restaurants. So LG Smith Steakhouse, amazing experience. You have to eat there. If you go to Aruba, you have to just eat there. For me, it's kind of connected to the hotel. It is connected to the hotel. Like, I didn't have to leave the hotel to get to it, but it's also connected to the mall too. I think TripAdvisor's #1 restaurant to do in Aruba. I wanted to go back the second day, but I was like, I did room service in the hotel. That was a big mistake. Shouldn't have did that. Should have gone back to LG Smith's. Like, the room service, I got the red snapper and I got the ceviche. Wasn't a big fan of that. But Aquarius is where I had breakfast. It's connected to the hotel. That was really good. I love the make your own omelet. Breakfast to me is not one of the meals where I have to have an extravagant experience. It's really lunches and dinners for me that I need to have, like, something I enjoy. And then Gianni's. Gianni's is another famous restaurant here, mainly famous because they do the bowl pasta and the drum reel of cheese, whatever that is. They do that. Did not get that experience because was a solo diner. That is an experience for 2 or more diners. Unfortunately, when you're solo traveling, you don't get all the food situations unless I guess I could have said, I will pay for 2 heads. But the pasta to me was good. Every review I saw of that place that it's overhyped and not too many people are like, you don't have to go. And you don't have to go. However, I liked it. For me, the pasta, I just got the regular spaghetti, but what made it elevated for me is I love capers. I love capers and some pasta. And not too many places, especially, I guess, here in the States, I've noticed do capers in their pastas. I found some, like, back wall, like Italian restaurants where they'll do that. I think that set it off for me. And then doing the olives in there also kind of really, like, it's a different flavor. It's not like the meat sauce spaghetti kind of we're used to in the US. Like, going to Olive Garden, you're going to get your stuff. I love a good spaghetti, but I think the capers and the olives in there really kind of mesh well for a good Mediterranean style spaghetti, which was really good. I like my Caesar salad. I like my mojitos. I did a lot more mojitos here, as you notice, than I normally do. I just felt like I felt like they were okay with muddling. Mojito is a complicated drink, and so I don't like to order it a lot of places because the muddling. I know bartenders hate muddling things, but they was ready to muddle on a dime, honey. They're like, "Get mojito it is. We got the famous." So I did a lot of more mojitos than I did like margaritas that I might do somewhere else. The walking tour was so much fun. It was warm. Two of the couples of the walking tour, one dipped out very early, like midway through. The walking tour was about 2.5 hours. About an hour in, one couple was getting extremely hot. That's the thing about Aruba. It is warm. It is very warm. Seasonally, there's no time where it's less warm than, it might be 2 degrees cooler in January than it is in June, but it is a record warm every single month. And the couples, the tour started at like 8:45, so early enough. But every other couple from the tour, a lot of were from the US. So one was from Washington State, one was from Nova Scotia, one was from London, and one was from Maine. So it was about 11 of us, including me, or 8, 10 of us, including the tour guide. I can't remember the maths on that, but it was 4 couples. One couple, the Washington State couple, they dipped out early because it was warm. And I could see if you're not used to those temps, not to say me being in North Carolina, I'm used to those temps, but I'm probably the most southern of all of them that were on this tour. The Washington State couple and the Nova Scotia couple, hot. They were burning up. They did provide us with water bottles, and we did have 2 taste tests throughout the tour, but it's hot, and I just be mindful of that. Don't come in here with no pants. Don't come in here with no long sleeves. Keep it short. It's hot year around. Keep that in mind. It is technically the rainy season. I didn't really experience it other than going to the airport and maybe like a couple of drops here and there, but their rainy season isn't what you're thinking. It's not 24 hours of rain. Rainy season is equivalent to what it's like in Orlando, or Miami. Showers for 1.5 seconds and then it's gone. It is below the hurricane belt too, so it is not one of those countries that is, heavily hit by hurricanes, so don't have to worry about that. But overall, that has been my trip. I hope you guys were sufficiently brought along. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give this video a big thumbs up. Even if you didn't, still give this video a big thumbs up. We want all the love and support over here. We don't want no haters. Love and support. You hear me? Love and support. Make sure you're following me on Instagram at LiaLavon89 to keep up with my shenanigans in real time, because you would have known, a couple weeks ago that I was in Aruba. And TikTok at Lia Lavon, which you wouldn't have known I was in Aruba, but I always got shenanigans and fun things going on over there. And I'll see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.